Good evening, I'm Alessio, and tonight we're zeroing in on a move by Amazon that could redefine the business of cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and infrastructure investment. Amazon has officially activated its massive project in Indiana, known internally as Project Rainier, and the ripples are already being felt across technology, commerce, and regional economies. At its heart, Project Rainier is the kind of bet that few companies make. Amazon is deploying nearly 500,000 of its custom Trainium2 AI chips across a dedicated cluster of data centers in northern Indiana. AbuTamazon.com. The initial investment at the site near New Carlisle is estimated at $11 billion, and a decade-long plan in the region could extend well beyond that. Reuters.com. In addition, analysts observe that Amazon's broader chip ambitions, beyond just the data center build, could unlock billions in revenue if the company's AI hardware begins catching up to competitors like NVIDIA. Finance.yahoo.com. So what does this mean for investors, creators, and those watching the intersection of business and technology? There are three major angles worth watching: infrastructure scale, vertical integration, and strategic positioning within the global AI arms race. First, infrastructure scale. The Indiana data campus is being built with transformative dimensions: multi-gigawatt power draw, a sprawling footprint, and a design meant to serve as not just a data center but a unified, ultra-cluster. For example, one report notes the facility is capable of consuming about 2.2 gigawatts, roughly equivalent to 1 million homes on peak usage. Money control. For a region and a country, this signals where computing and AI are headed. Infrastructure on a national or even global scale, not just incremental server expansions. Second, vertical integration. Amazon isn't just buying hardware, it's building its own chips, designing the server clusters, owning the site, and controlling the energy/utility connections. Project Rainier features Amazon-designed Trainium2 chips, specialized interconnects, ultra servers, and a data center architecture optimized for AI workloads end-to-end. AbuTamazon.com. The implication is that Amazon wants more than cloud rent revenue. It wants to capture the hardware margin, the stack design, and the competitive moat. For content producers and analysts, this means the business story is richer. It isn't just Amazon doing more AI. It's Amazon building the infrastructure to own AI hardware, hosting, and cloud. Third, strategic positioning. With its partnership with Anthropic and an arm's-length competition with other hyperscalers, Amazon is racing to secure a place in the high stakes of AI model training. One analyst noted that the launch of Anthropic's latest model is a positive signal for Amazon's AI chip push, and signals Amazon's intent to shift parts of the value chain. Investors, if Amazon succeeds, the implications are broad, from higher margins on AWS to stronger differentiation to a bigger role in setting the cost/price curve for AI compute. Now, for investors and creators, there are specific watch points. Can Amazon ramp up deployment of the Trainium2 chips at cost and speed? Will the utility and infrastructure cost burden remain controlled? Power, cooling, tax incentives? And how will Amazon monetize this build? Is it via AWS cloud growth, external customers, or internal efficiency gains? If Amazon can show meaningful revenue or margin lift from a hardware investment, then this move becomes a long-term foundational advantage rather than just an arms race spectacle. There are also caveats. Large infrastructure builds carry risk of underutilization, cost overruns, regulatory or environmental headwinds, especially with energy and water use, and competitive responses, e.g., from NVIDIA, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud. As one industry blog put it, Amazon's emphasis on internal hardware reflects a focus on control and costs, but the upside is dependent on adoption and scale. Deep learning AI. For creators covering business and finance, that tension is where the story lies, not just the build, but the returns, the risks, and the strategic twist. To tie it back to you and your audience, this is a powerful narrative. You've got capital investment, 11 billion plus, regional economic impact, Indiana's largest investment ever, technology disruption, AI chips and compute clusters, and strategic competition across cloud providers. Each of those components can anchor a segment of your broadcast. The local economy story, the tech innovation story, the investor/market implications, and the future of AI infrastructure. In my view, Amazon's Project Rainier is less about the next few quarters and more about the next decade. If Amazon nails this execution, it may change the competitive landscape of cloud and AI in meaningful ways. The business model may shift from renting compute to leasing the entire stack we built, we own. As a creator, you should treat this not as a footnote, but as a keystone story, the under-the-hood build that could power Amazon's next phase of growth. So, that's our business and finance update for this evening. I'm Alessio. Stay attuned to the infrastructure behind the technology headlines, stay alert to how these big builds translate into value, and as always, keep your lens wide on what's next.